I want to bring up the distinguished CEO of Mayweather Promotions, Leonard Ellerbe. Also want to acknowledge TBE, Floyd Money Mayweather as well, who has helped to set the groundwork for Gervonta Davis. Leonard, great to see you again. You look impeccably dressed, but what a night here at Staples Center. You talked about how there's levels to this game, and tonight it was a packed house, star-studded, celebrity-filled. This has been a vision that you and Floyd have had for Gervonta since Gervonta burst onto the scene. This just didn't happen overnight, and lo and behold, we continue to see that Gervonta Davis is not just a big, but he's an enormous ticket seller and a box office draw anywhere that he goes here in the country and around the world.
Couldn't have said it any better. I'd like to thank all the fans who came out tonight. I thought it was a tremendous fight. I've said all along that Cruz was going to be tough. I knew exactly what he was bringing to the table. It was a reason why he was ranked in the top 10 across the board in each and every organization. But again, what Gervonta Davis showed you guys tonight, that another facet to his game, that he's also a tremendous boxer. And I'm glad to see him kind of box circles around.
What about the pay-per-view business? I mean, you know, who would have thought people were saying, oh, pay-per-view business is dead? No, Gervonta Davis, this man is a pay-per-view fighter, and he proved it again with his third straight headlining fight against Isaac Cruz, no less on a Sunday.
Yeah, again, as we always say, as Floyd always says, levels to this. And again, Gervonta Davis has proven that he's an attraction and one of the biggest attractions in the sport. He's one of the best fighters in the entire world.
When you were watching the fight, Leonard, what was your thoughts? I thought it was a tremendous fight, and I think that both guys, their stocks have risen, you know, with the fact of that they both went at it throughout the course of the fight over 12 rounds.
Oh, no doubt. It was all action. And again, you know, I keep saying this, that you guys got to stop disrespecting these fighters, calling them bums just because they don't have high-profile names. You know, it was Isaac Cruz Super Bowl tonight. These guys are going to get up each and every night when they're fighting the best in the division. I've seen it over the last 25 years when guys were fighting Floyd. They're just going to get up and they're going to bring their best, and you just have to be prepared. And Tank showed you why he's at the level that he is. Again, I thought Tank boxed really well. You know, and again, hats off to Cruz. He fought a terrific fight.
If you have questions for Leonard Ellerbe, the CEO of Mayweather Promotions, by all means raise your hand. And got a question over here. And
Eric Roman with Boulevard Boxing. Do we look forward to Bud in the future? Terrence Crawford?
Terrence Crawford is 147 pounds. Gervonta Davis is 135 pounds.
People move up all the time. Maybe they could be as
Tank is 135 pounds. Next question.
Wait for the mic to come your way. Keith Isaac's got a question for you, Leonard.
How close of a fight did you see it as from your vantage point?
Well, we weren't really scoring it. I wasn't. Tank clearly won to me. You know, a unanimous decision. It was a good fight. Tank, he showed his boxing skills. You know, we knew Cruz's style. He's a pressure fighter, comes forward. Tank kept turning him, and it was evident that Tank's hand was hurt at some point early in the fight. I knew, you know, he had a little damage, you know, in camp, but no excuses. Hats off to Cruz. He fought a terrific fight, and we expected that.
More questions for Mike?
Mike commentary, ESPN. First off, you know, obviously Tank's another great turnout for him. A couple fights in, 2 fights this year. 2022, is this going to be the year we get the big fight though for Tank? Maybe the Ryan Garcia, the Devin Haney's. What do you see for him?
Well, any fight that Tank fights in is a big fight. And no disrespect, Mike, but the guys that you guys say are the big fights, they're not big fights. Tank Davis is the cash cow in the division, and he showed you again tonight, you know, come out west and, you know, another sellout. And again, there's levels to what he's doing. But again, we're going to continue to fight the top guys out there. And everyone just have to keep on leveling up.
No, well, agreed that Tank Davis is definitely the biggest star in the division, but surely a fight with Ryan Garcia or Devin Haney does way bigger numbers than a fight with Cruz. Now, I'm not saying this wasn't a good event, it was, but I'm saying next year.
I would love to see Tank fight the biggest names that are out there, and whoever continues to prove themselves. But the guys that you say, not you personally, but they say who are the best guys out there. Like, for instance, I think Isaac Cruz is better than some of these guys that you're talking about. You know, just because he doesn't have a big name, how do you think he would have did against a Ryan Garcia, for example, tonight? There you go. but to answer your question, whatever the fans want, that's what we're going to give them. But we're going to do it on our terms. And I'm going to continue to say that, on our terms. We're not going to go out there, again, and overpay a fighter just because y'all say he's a big name fighter. It don't work like that. The business don't work like that. We're not in the business of fucking off money like some of these other promoters.